But in reality, if they ever had anything as a structure, they would have at least sorted one problem of Nigeria. APC is as good as gone. PDP's votes do not exist. There is only one political party genuinely standing, Labour Party.
Yes, my people, as it hot, it don't happen. No. This one sweet me. When I see the way Yusuf Datti, he slam APC and PDP, he just slam Tinubu and Atiku, he don't expose that secret. So the money where Atiku and Tinubu get, he not go fit finish. Now make they spread up and down for this election. Even that 4 generations to come to finish this money, and the money that they plan to come thief, it go even pass the one they get before. So not only the structure when they talk about structure of relooting. Man, not talk too much. When I see the way Yusuf Datti they expose them, please, my family, just they share this video, make the world see him, because it don't leak many things for this video. Because it doesn't not be to talk about structure. Your structure get a structure of good governance, just like the one Labour Party get. Please watch the video and watch it and just share and comment your opinion on the comment section and hit the like button. Many video for go viral.
And the thing about Northerners is that if you lie to Northerners and they find out, you are a void. That void is going to be filled. I have told you PDP now exists only in Atiku's palaces. As for APC, okay, the power of incumbency, the chairman himself has told Nigerians to go and vote the candidate of their choice. What an irony. Clearly it's in the print. I'm not lying about it. I'm not suggesting he said this, you covered it. It's in the news everywhere.
Making reference to the president.
Exactly. He said Nigerians should go and vote. And then in the UNGA, he says about the only legacy he can leave is a credible election. Now, this is heartbreak for APC. Who made Buhari after Almighty Allah? Tinubu. All the failed attempts, Tinubu came and added his 3 million and made Buhari for 8 years now. Who is going to unmake Tinubu after all his political successes? Buhari. Because Buhari has finished, if you like, take it or leave it, he has finished his 8 years. His immediate and extended, I won't add any word after that, have made what they will make for life. He doesn't need anything. It is not about how well Nigeria was run or how bad Nigeria was run. They have finished with Nigeria. They have finished with everybody. Tinubu can go to blazes. It means nothing to Buhari. And that is Buhari for
That is the reading you are saying of the APC right now?
Absolutely. Now, let me finish your answer. Let me finish giving you the answers. In the case of PDP, I have given you their traditional strongholds which don't exist. In the case of APC, I'm going to tell you about campaign promises that have more than failed. Security that they took the government away from PDP and President Jonathan handed over to them. Security is now a concern for the entire African region. Security of Nigeria is complete failure. Economy, with the dollar now reaching 800 and coming back down to 750, on and on and on. We're already seeing the long fuel queues. Petroleum products are going to increase. Okay, security is going to I pray not, but all set to go bad. We're not going to forget the 8 months of ASU strike. We'll continue to remind Nigerians. Corruption. Shehu, are you with me?
Absolutely, I'm listening.
Corruption. We're going to continue to remind Nigerians the untold corruption that has happened right under Buhari's watch. Human rights abuses, like the gentleman boy who was just returned to school yesterday, for simply expressing his democratic views about corruption. APC is as good as gone. PDP's votes do not exist. There is only one political party genuinely standing, Labour Party. I don't know the texts you are reading, the scripts you are reading, but for whoever can feel and be honest, to data, go out in the markets, go out in every public space and find out the pain in the bodies and hearts of Nigerians is what is going to their thumb in February.
So, But the question is, you have also been described as a party without structure or as a political force without real political structure. How much of structure would you say the Datti movement have garnered over the last few weeks?
Over the last few months, Shehu, structure are people who are willing to genuinely work for a party. Structure is not the assembly of individuals to collect money kept for an election. Right now, what you see in APC and PDP is an assemblage of people who know that in the case of PDP, there is close to 2 trillion naira. In the case of PDP, maybe 500 billion. That money has to be collected.
What does the Labour Party have in its kitty?
Small, but enough, but adequate.
But you have enough.
We have enough to win this election. And it's legitimate, it is genuine, we can stand for it.
So those who underestimate that the Labour Party don't have the wherewithal, they're probably joking.
They are, of course, joking.
And
we are well resourced.
At the moment?
We have ever been resourced, believe me. We have never lacked anything to do genuinely what we are supposed to do. Anything that APC does, we can do. But ours is within our means that we can prove how we got everything that we're spending. The only thing is that we will not spend hundreds of billions compromising. We go to a book launch, for example. Peter Obi donates 5 million. Genuinely, and he has 5 million to donate. I sweat and I donate 4 million. Somebody walks in late, arrogantly donates 100 million, and he walks out of the event. Somebody else is represented and he donates 50 million. You can see 20 times more, 10 times more. At the end of the day, we achieved greater applause, greater appreciation from that family. That with the little genuine money we have, we came here on time, respected them, sat down, did all the pleasantries, showed them human dignity and respect. Labour Party is not going to outspend APC and PDP. But you spoke about structure, and I'm telling you there is no such thing as structure in both APC and PDP. It's a conflagration of people interested in collecting the monies they have kept. That money must be collected by somebody. You can't leave them to go away, get away with that money. Tinubu does not have enough days in his life to finish spending that money. Atiku does not have enough days in his life to spend all that money. So they need to spend it on 2023 elections. And people, if you have money to spend, they will collect it. That's it. They will tell you anything you want to hear. You're going to win. But in reality, if they ever had anything as a structure, they would have at least sorted one problem of Nigeria. Don't stop me, Shehu. Don't stop me.
No, we are doing
structure. What is the purpose of structure without governance? The purpose of any policy is to provide good governance. The purpose of that good governance is the security and prosperity of the nation. Where they failed, they didn't have structure. Only one party has a genuine structure in Nigeria, Labour. And I think Nigerians are continuously fed the wrong narratives hour by hour. And that's why these questions keep coming back to us. You don't have structure. These questions have to stop coming to us. They should ask APC, PDP, do you really have structure? That's the question to start answering. Labour Party is a huge organism now. We have very specific roles that we respect. And I'm one that I respect my boundaries. I've been given very specific assignments, particularly in the north. I'm concentrating on that. We have the finance, we have the mobilization. Shall we invite them and talk to them?
What area what area do you cover in the campaign?
I cover, of course, strategy. I'm involved in strategy. I'm involved in general purpose, and I'm particularly involved in northern votes.
How much of energy do you think you possess to solicit those kind of votes from the north?
All the energy that I have, and probably I have.
That's
which go
perhaps,
into that.
yeah, that's perhaps,
All the energy that I have is going into that.
for those who have analyzed your party, that is perhaps the weak link that people have characterized the strength of the Labour Party.
And that is again,
Datti.
that is again the green area that is making the huge difference, because North Central, except Niger State, which we are now working on, most of North Central is Labour. And well, look, Shehu, you're so clever. You're not going to get me to say some of our campaign secrets here.
No, but I mean, I've had discussions with other political parties, and
let me just tell you, I have demolished all the roadblocks they set up in the north. It was mainly about the lies they told about the personality of Peter Obi. Now he is clean, clear. They embrace him in the north. We went to Kano, we went to Kaduna, we've been to Bauchi, and ahead of him, I've been to 13 states ahead of Peter Obi, just to prepare the ground. The youth, in particular in the north, are excited to meet Obi when the time comes. Women, traders, farmers, especially with the promise that his slogan of Nigeria's greatest physical asset is the vast, rich land in the north. Now, I'm going to come down a little, okay, and speak in Nigerian parlance. To hear an evil man, a businessman for that matter, telling you that he has seen an opportunity in the fertile land in the north, you know business is about to happen. And it so happened that he said it so well. Farmers in the north have realized, and they are welcoming this. He added that by saying that there is going to be back of agriculture revived, revitalized, recapitalized for that. So northerners are eagerly awaiting the coming of Peter Obi. Yeah.
So the permutation has been that the election might not end on the first ballot, and the calculations have not included in those who are the school of thought that Peter Obi might not be included, or that the election might not end in the first ballot. Now, in their calculation is the fact that Labour Party and Peter Obi and Obi Datti will erode some of the PDP vote in some part of the country. And
you see, that's I knew where you're heading.
Let me just land on that thought. So that you have eroded successfully into the votes and traditionally the PDP has always had, and that it will be a bit difficult for you to be able to have a stronghold in the northwestern region of the country where you are from. That is your own base. Now the question is, how much of inroad have you made in the so-called traditional or the untraditional Labour Party terrain?
Your questions are two, so I'll start from the beginning.
Absolutely. Go ahead, please.
It is more than a road. And again, let me repeat that. I don't know what scripts you have been reading. You have been reading and accepting maybe the little posts that abound. If you're reading responsible international media, CNN, Bloomberg, Financial Times, The Economist International, you will get a completely different perspective. Fact. Next question you asked is more than a road. The traditional stronghold of PDP used to be the southeast, which doesn't exist for them anymore. South doesn't exist for them anymore. North Central, about 90% of it does not exist anymore for the PDP. And then in the northeast, we're looking at 35% of Adamawa, 25 to 28% of Gombe. In Kaduna, we're looking at a possible win. In Kano, we're looking at comfortable 25%. In Niger, comfortable 25%. Okay? Then the other 8 states that were challenged, we are right now, like I told you, demolishing all the negative campaigns they did about Peter Obi, because that was all about it.